And we are live again from the Jeddah Corniche circuit for the first race of today, which is the final event of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. And as the final event, we are also waiting to crown our very first champion of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia. And the champion will be crowned tonight after 3 races in the Jeddah Corniche circuit, the very famous permanent street circuit. Let's see what happened in qualifying. It was a such fantastic session. And here it is, the pole position and the poleman, which is Andrei Petrovic, a guy on a mission in trying and regain the lead from Federico Rifai, which is in second, but is the leader of the championship. Second row for Kirill Kuskov in a final lap effort, able to gain the position over Amda Al-Kubaisi, starting from fourth. Fifth position for Omar Alvarid Alderayan. Unfortunately, he will have to face a penalty on the grid. And Amna Al-Kubaisi and Saker Al-Mosherji, with Suleiman Zamfari also facing a 3-grid penalty on the grid, promoting Faisal Al-Kabani and Abdullah Al-Kubaisi. It will be definitely an exciting first race of the day, with Jabor Al-Thani in 11, Abdullah Aziz Abu Zenada and a very, very unlucky Oscar Wurz that wasn't able to complete any competitive lap in his qualifying. So his free practice lap was taken in account in terms of, let's say, qualify him to race, but only starting from the very last spot on the grid, unfortunately, for all 3 races. So this is very bad news for Oscar. Definitely one of the most talented racers that we have here on the grid. Definitely not the way he wanted to start the day, but we have seen a lot of action in this championship, so anything can happen. The first lap will be crucial to put yourself in the best position possible, and trying to maximize the opportunities from the very first lap. And the poleman Andrei Petrovic with his red 49 Tatus Autotecnica car on the right hand side. Federico Al-Rifai, number 10, white car, leader of the championship for the Italian native, now living in the UAE, racing with the UAE flag and license. What a view we have from the streets of Jeddah. In third we have Kirill Kuskov, which is a confirmation of his pace, of his performances, of his skills, and his improvement as well, as since when we all started from the trophy event in Bahrain, he was really able to raise the bar and improve day by day, and he is now one of the quickest guy on track, starting from P3, and for sure one of the contenders of today's races, and also in third overall in the championship, after winning his very first race of the season in the opening race 1 of the last round here in Jeddah. So he definitely like the circuit here. We have seen Amda Al-Kubaisi, Amda also in second row, starting from fourth. So very good starting position from her. From second row, she has an opportunity to try and have the best start possible in order to stay in the leading group. Amna Al-Kubaisi from 5th. And Amna, she is gonna also benefit from the grid position penalty for Omar Al-Walid Al-Darayan. So Amna in 5th with Saker Al-Mosherji joining her in the 3rd row. Saker, after hitting a curb in the practice, here we see Saker Al-Mosherji, the talented Kuwaiti driver. He has hit a curb a little bit too high during practice, and maybe the touch on the curb was just too harsh, and he felt something changed on the balance on the car, and the steering wheel was not straight anymore. So his mechanics made an incredible effort to fix the car and make sure that he's able to start the race with the steering wheel straight again. They had to fix the toe and make sure everything was in line and ready to go. Slow start from Federico Rifai, but nothing special. This is just the start of the sighting lap, as it is for Sakera Mosherji. Now the cars, they all have to roll to the grid for the sighting lap, and they will then have the formation lap to go from the grid for another lap around again, and then back on the grid for the start. As you can see, it is an amazing circuit, fantastic circuit, one of the best Formula One circuit. And Abdulaziz Abu Zanada not ready yet to start the race. And in the meantime, let's see what is like racing in Jeddah Corniche circuit. Another fantastic circuit. We only have raced in amazing circuit like it is Jeddah. So after the start, these guys will have an opportunity to go side by side between turn 1, 2, 3. Watch out, because 4, it works the inside but doesn't work the outside, and then is a single file line until turn 13, where the overtaking opportunity, it is not an easy thing to do, as it is for this section where you have to follow closely, and only if somebody in front make a mistake, then you can maybe try the 22, but your best opportunity in overtaking, it can be turn 27, trying to brake late, hard in the inside, and then on the main straight again. 6.2 kilometers, the fastest street course on Earth. What a place to finish our championship here in Jeddah. So, as I said, all the cars are going around the lap and then stopping on the main straight to end the sighting lap and to begin the formation lap. As you can see, the leader is approaching the final straight, while Omar was regaining his position during the sighting lap, which is something that you are totally allowed to do. Our circuit and our regulation, it is allowing the drivers to, of course, regain your position during the sighting laps. And as you can see, we have the full grid that now is waiting for the green light to start the formation lap. And we have now Wurz that is able to join the full grid. We will have shortly green light and we will start the formation lap. For the moment the 99 it's still missing, so let's see what race director will decide to do. 99 is about to join the group, which is already waiting on the grid for quite a long time. So well, just hope that the 99 have a good excuse for being late, hopefully a good one. But we are definitely in a very tight schedule after qualifying. We are now ready to race for the first race of the event as the 99 approaches and the green light goes on. Engage first, go. First row, second row, third row, everybody will be ready to start this formation lap. So at least everybody was able to join the race with a little bit of a delay from car 99. We will make sure that he will be briefed after the race to make sure that this won't happen again. As I said, it was a very exciting qualifying, absolutely, with the top two being super close in terms of lap time. In fact, we have seen Petrovic able to be on pole in the very last, it was actually the second last lap of the session, and promoting himself to pole position, while the same lap Rifai was able to be consistent and having a very third fast lap time that will promote him, Rifai, on pole position for race 3. As we have seen a couple of penalties, let's review again the grid with Petrovic and Rifai first row, second row Kutskov, Al-Kubaisi, Amda, with her sister Amna 5th, Sakera Musherji 6th, Fizal Al-Kabani, home hero, in 7th, Abdullah Al-Kubaisi in 8th, Jabor Al-Thani 9th, with Omar Al-Valed Al-Darayan in 10th with a 5 grid penalty, Zamfari in 11th with a 3 grid penalty, Wurz in 12th, Abu Zenada in 13th. And Wurz, as I said before, not being able of score any competitive lap in qualifying, due unfortunately to a mistake leading in stopping on track and not being able to rejoin the qualifying. So after another 6.2 kilometers of warming up, we have these two guys, and believe me, the tension is high, as Petrovic is at the very beginning of his single-seater career. He aims to become a professional Formula driver. He will race in the Italian Championship after this weekend is over. So he's aiming to try and become the very first champion of the series, while Al Rifai is probably closing his career as a single-seater driver and potentially moving to GT racing. So totally different goals in short term for these two guys. In middle term, one in single-seater, the other one in GT racing, but same short-term goal, which is becoming the very first champion of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia, certified by FIA. Final round of the championship. First race of today with Petrovic on pole, closing the door to Rifai. Petrovic in first, Rifai in second. Braking into first corner. Petrovic first, Rifai second. Abdullah touching the rear of Sakir. And oh, watch out, Amna trying to go to the outside of Rifai. What a move! Rifai pushing Amna wide. Let's see that. Wow, what a move from Amna trying the outside, and Rifai didn't want to leave the room. A little bit of banking wheels there. Let's see that. Petrovic in first, closing the door. Rifai trying the outside. What a fight up there. Ooh! Amda in second. What happened there? Amda in second. What happened? What a fight! We have Rifai and Amda fighting. Oh! Everything is happening in his very first lap. Turn 22. And oh yes, what a fight. We have Petrovic in first, Amda in second, and Rifai in third. But watch out, because Amna Al-Kubaisi is also in the group with Faisal Al-Kabani and Sakir Al-Musherji. Omar Al-Waled Al-Rayyan also in the fight. But Rifai on the outside, trying to regain the lead. Wow, what a fight. And Rifai still there, trying the outside. Can he make it to the outside? Petrovic is not so fast in the straight line. Oh, he's braking late. Ooh, he made it. Oh no, this is a bad accident. Who touched Al-Musherji? This was not good. What happened? So, I guess we potentially see a safety car there. Petrovic in first, Rifai in second, and now there is a big gap after that banging wheels we saw in first, in turn 1, in the first corner. And well, there was a bit of a safety car, full course yellow, safety car, we could see that coming. Omar in third, fourth for Zamfari. So everything changed within a couple of corners. This has been one of the most exciting and weirdest opening lap I have seen this year. Well, here we see on the inside Petrovic, and then Faisal Al-Kabani. Oh wow, he missed it. He missed it. And Sakir also missed it. Such a shame. The two Al-Kubaisi sisters being pushed out of the race in the same corner at the same time, with Faisal Al-Kabani missing the braking point and hitting quite hard, I would say, hitting hard, quite hard Amda. And Amna, for sure, she has damages on the car, and Amna was hit by Sakir, and this promoted Omar in third. We have in fourth Zamfari, 5th for Jabor Altani. Kutskov is trying to make some position up, but here the noise wasn't promising from the 88. Yeah, there's a puncher there. Oh yeah, puncher for Amna. Let's hope it's just a puncher. That would be fantastic, because if it's just a puncher, she can restart the race and potentially maybe not even losing a lap. Let's hope she can restart. She can restart. That would be fantastic. Well, if it's just a puncher, then potentially at least we can have Amna back on track. Otherwise, then we have to wait for race 2. While Oscar Woods was not able to gain many position. This is not a good sign. Not a good sign for Amna. This is Amda, and Amda was hit hard by Faisal Al-Kabani. Yeah, that was definitely one of those situations where drivers doesn't want to be involved. Both the sisters out in the same corner. Yes, definitely Faisal Al-Kabani was trying a brave move, but by braking too late in the inside. The inside, let's remember, is also the dirty side of the circuit where you have less grip, and when you brake there, you might lose definitely some grip, and by locking the wheels, you must have lost control and nothing to do at the end to stop the car, and there was a big hit for Amda. She was in third, and at the same time Sakera Mosherji has done a similar maneuver, and by potentially losing a little bit of grip under braking, he went into the back of Amna Al-Kubaisi. But both sisters not able to restart the race, both sisters out of the race, and we just have to wait for them to be back for race 2. Quite an aggressive drive so far from Andrei Petrovic, both at the start, where he cut the line, but he had the space to put himself in front of Al Rifai, and then I presume he was trying to keep the field quite tight in the middle part of the track in order to try and have a bit of action going on between the guys behind him, and for sure that gave Amda for just a moment the opportunity to go up to second, but that didn't last too long, because Arifai had a really fast exit of the last corner. Here we see the puncher from Al-Kubaisi. That was definitely not what we wanted to see at the very beginning of the race. We also have Abdullah with a missing front wing, and lights are off. The Maserati safety car is now pushing and going back to the pits with Andrei Petrovic. He is going to restart in a moment. He is now doing the pace himself. Let's see when he will decide to restart. Now I think Petrovic, he has two things in his mind. One is to maintain the lead, and the second thing is to try and give Rifai a bit of a work to do behind him. Quite a good start from Rifai, with Omar not having the best start possible with Zamfari now. Zamfari now attacking Omar Al-Walid Al-Darayan. Omar in third, Zamfari in fourth. Omar was very close to Rifai. And again, defending from Petrovic. Petrovic trying to keep the pack very close. That's one of the opportunity that Omar can maybe have for this race. Is quite close to Al Rifai with Petrovic in the lead, defending the inside. And we have Kutskov overtaking Altani on the outside. This is one of those situations where, oh, these two again banging wheels with Arifai trying to overtake Petrovic. These two, they are fighting for the race, for the championship. And we have still Petrovic in front. Arifai is really, really close. Wow, what a fight. And Al-Walid Al-Darayan trying to overtake Arifai. And he made it. Omar Al-Walid Al-Darayan. This is something that is not, Federico is not gonna be happy about it, because now Federico is in position 4 with Kutskov in second. Kutskov in second. Petrovic in first. Kutskov in second. And Federico can be third, fighting with Omar. And 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. Oh no! Faisal in the wall. Faisal in the wall. No way. Faisal in the wall. 3 wide. We knew that couldn't work in such of a tight corner. And Faisal in the wall. No, such a shame. Whoa, what a fight again. Petrovic, Kutskov, Al-Walid Al-Darayan, Rifai, Zamfari, and Wurz. Wurz is trying to join the party. Wurz is joining the party. But we have to see if we will see another safety car, because yes, indeed, safety car, because Faisal is in the wall. 3 wide, it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. With Faisal trying the inside, braking very late. And Federico saw him, gave him room, and then Faisal just went over the curve and in the wall. Such a shame. Faisal went for a very, very brave move, but unfortunately a little bit too optimistic, because he was probably already flat out. And when he was flat out over the curb, definitely it wasn't under control, and unfortunately he lost the car on the oversteer and he hit the wall. Such a shame for Faisal. He's been involved in a contact with Amna Al-Kubaisi in the second lap of the race, and then again here he did a very nice and brave move. That was really nice, with a late overtaking maneuver, late braking. But staying on the outside. He just couldn't keep the car when he crossed on top of the curb. Wow, this has been quite exciting so far, with Wurz in 6th, trying to get back to the position that we know he deserves, which is of course at the top. Is now in 6th, but I mean, we have seen a lot of action with Zanfari going from 2nd to 5th and 4th and 6th, with action with Omar as well, fighting with Kutskov and Arifai, and Arifai being in a difficult position when he was in the middle of a 3 wide action with Faisal on the inside and Zanfari on the outside, and luckily for him he was able to stay on track, but unfortunately for Faisal, he just went on the exit curve, lost the rear and put it into the safer barrier, the Tech Pro barrier, which is let's say a soft barrier, but believe me, not so soft. So when you still hit with the rear of your car, it still does quite damage. For sure, one of those things that can lead to suspension damage, and hopefully not, but potentially also a differential or gearbox damage, because when you hit from the back, basically your wheel hits the barrier, then you have a risk of the rear axle to basically bang and damage differential and gearbox if the impact is quite hard. Let's hope it wasn't. Let's hope it's just a little bit of suspension. So 3 laps has been added to the race. So for everybody is following our championship, we have this unique regulation, which I honestly love, which is the opportunity to add up to 3 laps when we have a safety car intervention, in order to give the drivers as much green time as possible, as much running time as possible. So the point is to give drivers the opportunity to race as long as we can. So 3 laps has been added in order to have a slightly longer race. Why is that? Lights are off, yes, so green this time by. And why we do that? Because the setups are identical, so we can give everybody the exact same amount of fuel in the car, in order to have enough fuel to cover the entire distance. Then we have to make sure we don't go over the 30 minutes, which is now 11 minutes to go, but this is something that we will see. So for the moment, safety car is back in the pits, lights are off, and Petrovic is in the lead with Rifai in 4th. This is the championship fight, with Kutskov in 2nd, Omar in 3rd, Zanfari 5th. And we restart the race once again with Petrovic, Kutskov, Al-Valade, Alderayan, Rifai in 4th, Suleiman Zanfari, Wurz, and Altani. These are the top 7. You see also the lockup for Abdullah, as he's missing the front wing. Not ideal for him to race without the front wing. Let's see now what Rifai can do, if he will be happy with a potential 4th place, or if he will try to fight back for a podium position. Fantastic race so far by Alvalade Alderayan, starting from 10th after a 5 grid penalty, now back to P3. And Kutskov, what a race for him after a really difficult start of the race. Now in P2, quite close, I would say, very close to to Andrei Petrovic. Now Petrovic is now pushing, trying to make a little bit of gap. A lot of tension raising today for the final round of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. Definitely, as we have 2 contenders for 1 crown only. Kirill Kutskov is fast, he doesn't want to let Petrovic go. Kutskov is fast. Kutskov is really fast. And he's quite close as Rifai is trying the inside on Omar. Can Omar try and regain the position? Rifai able to defend quite well. That was a clean move from Rifai. This is a very long straight. Omar knows that if he wants the podium, he has to fight it back. He will try the outside, not. He won't. Can he try the exit? He's very close to Rifai. And still fighting for the 3rd place. Maybe Omar Alderayan should have closed the door a bit more in the final corners of the lap. So it's looking better now for Rifai, this 3rd position. To don't lose too many points to Petrovic if this will be the final results. But watch out, because Kutskov, he doesn't want to give up. Kutskov wants to win this race. Kutskov is really pushing hard, and he's done the fastest lap of the race with a 2:08.1. Now we have a fight for the 4th place between Omar, Zamfari and Wurz. Wurz after a difficult qualifying, when unfortunately this will see him starting at the back of the grid for all 3 races, but at least he was able to go up to 6th, and now he's in a fight for 4th position. Now I have to say that the lap times between our top 5 are so similar, very similar, basically even. It's more how you can manage the gaps and find the right time to make a move. Stay close, slipstream, and try and overtake. In one of the 3 places mainly we have seen around this lap. One of them is the first corner. Wurz now is quite close to Zamfari. Zamfari knows it, so he's closing the door. Wurz trying to prepare the exit, but doesn't have enough momentum for the moment. Kutskov is fast today. Kutskov is in 2nd and is really fast. Now the fastest lap is being done by Petrovic, 2:80, 2:81 for both Kutskov and Rifai. And now Wurz is getting closer and closer to Zamfari. Zamfari still close to Omar Alvalade Alderayan as well. In the meantime, I'm thinking about all the cars that we have lost since the beginning of the race. I just hope that they can work on the car and fix the cars in time for race 2. We have seen our mechanics doing always incredible turnaround on those cars to fix everything and make sure that we can have all the cars ready to start for the second race of today. Kutskov still close. Kutskov is still very close and he's not giving up. He's not giving up. He's close, very close, with potentially 5 laps to go. He can still have an opportunity. With Rifai also pushing hard. Let's see who's the fastest between these three. Rifai is half a second faster, of course, with the benefit of the slipstream. And now also the fight between Andrei and Kutskov is potentially giving Al Rifai some speed to try and get closer to both of them. Andrei Petrovic, is not easy for him to bring home this victory, as Kutskov is super quick and Rifai is also coming. He was able to regain the position both on Zamfari first and Omar Al-Walid Al-Drayan after, and then close the gap to the top two. While now 4th, 5th and 6th, it looks like is settled for the moment. Jabor Altani in a solid 7th place. Lapping really fast lap time, improving a lot since we have seen him back in December. Incredible development and improvement for all the drivers. But this race has been quite chaotic with a lot of action. But still it's not over, as Andrei Petrovic is pushing hard. He wants to win, but Kirill Kutskov is close. Al Rifai is also close. It's potentially a 3-way fight to the flag. Kutskov is quite close this lap. He can taste the slipstream. Petrovic will have to defend the position. Kutskov is close enough. He's close enough to try and make a move. Petrovic is defending. Rifai will have a good exit. But you cannot overtake between turn 2 to turn 4. It's too tight. Let's see if Al Rifai will try a move on Kutskov, or if he will be happy with 3rd, with potentially his contender winning this race. But I say potentially because it's not over until it's not over, because these three are very close to each other. And Kutskov, you can see from his moving under braking, from his behavior behind the wheel, that he will try and win this race. If he has an opportunity, he will go for it. It's hard to be while in Al Rifai's head, in his mind, if he will be happy with 3rd, or if he will try to improve his position in the rest of this race. Al Rifai is also close to Kutskov. He's coming with a lot of momentum. We have seen Al Rifai overtaking into the last corner. He did it on Omar. Kirill has to defend if he wants to maintain the 2nd position. He has to defend now. Exiting 25, he has to stay inside. He does. Oh, the outside. Ah! Oh, that was tight. That was tight. He had a fantastic exit as well. Oh. Arifai using the red light. Al-Rifai using the red lights in the straight line. Why did he do it? So, Arifai is in second, behind Petrovic. Kuckov in third, with 2 laps to go. The fight is not over. The fight is not over. And pushing hard with 1.5 lap to go. Petrovic, Rifai, Kuckov. And for the 4th place, we still have Al-Walid, Al-Darayan, followed by Zamfari and Wurz, lapping on a very similar pace. Let's see the move again from Rifai over Kuckov. We're going to the braking of the last corner. Brave move on the outside, carrying a lot of speed, and the guys did very well in giving each other's room. And then red lights, which we'll see if that was okay or not. But in the moment, at the moment, we will have 1 lap and 1 corner to go, with Petrovic first. Oh! Rifai on the outside. What happened there? What happened? What happened there? What happened? You cannot do this, guys. Ah! Petrovic on the red side of the painted part, which shouldn't be allowed to go. Rifai decided to cut the corner, and Kuckov trying to gain a position. Petrovic trying to pack the group in this situation. Don't want to be a steward after this. Omar is getting closer again to the group. Petrovic in first, Rifai second. We have a fight for 4th position, with Zamfari looking around the outside of turn 13. We arrived that the last corner of the previous lap was definitely something that I wasn't expecting, with Petrovic overslowing in the corner and Rifai trying the outside, and then Rifai pushing over to the left, Petrovic into the red side of the track. Wow, that was intense, with Rifai pushing quite hard, Petrovic on the left, but Petrovic keeping the line on the red painted part. So 2 action on the very limit. One guy closing, the other one crossing the red painted part, which is not supposed to be part of the racetrack. And we arrive into the final corner with Petrovic closing the line, and the winner of the first race of today is Andrei Petrovic. Al-Rifai second, Kuckov in third. It's wow. It has been quite intense, I would say. That's how the weekend has started, with these two drivers trying as hard as possible to win the championship. Kuskov in third, both in the championship and in the race today. So the fight is not over, as we still have 2 races to go, and quite a few situations going to be reviewed by the stewards, starting from the beginning of the race with the incident involving the 2 sisters Alcubasi, and this final maneuver of Al-Rifai and Petrovic. Wow, yes, a lot of action. And regarding the rest of the field, we have Zanfari in fourth. Good recovery both for him and Omar Al-Walid Al-Derayan. So Zanfari was finally able to overtake Omar. Wurz in sixth. Jabor Al-Thani, fabulous seventh. Abdulaziz Abu Zenada in eighth. And Abdullah Al-Kubaisi in ninth. Able to finish the race even if he didn't have the front wing. So good job from him in maximizing his track time and at least making sure that he could get the best result possible. I really can't wait to hear from the top 3. I really can't wait. I just gonna buy some popcorns and wait what they has to say, all 3. I'm really curious. It's one of those moments of the end of the championship where all 3 are going to do their best to get the title. All 3, they really want to win the races, but you know what they say, the winner takes it all, and only race 3 will tell us who will be the winner of the race. Al-Rifai, I can see definitely that is not happy. I can see him from his body language, while I see a hug with Petrovic and his engineer. And mechanics are happy, and good win, solid win for Petrovic today. And well, as I said, just have my popcorn and wait for the interviews of the top 3 of today. Solid job by Kirill Kuskov, finishing in 3rd place. Really quick, really fast guy. Yeah, the top 3, they had more or less the same speed, all 3, to win today. It was more a matter of opportunities and situation. Definitely a lot of action going on track. Federico Al-Rifai is going to try and fight back from the second race, but the guy that has to recover the points is Petrovic. With Rifai in seconds, yes, he does gain some points, but potentially not what he was hoping for once the race was started, and halfway through the race Al-Rifai was in 4th. So yeah, definitely the tension is raising. All right, so 3rd place finish
Kirill Kuskov.
for Kuskov.
What a race. After the start, could you ever imagine you could fight for the win of this race?
Yeah, you know, I knew that it was like each race 2 safety car in the previous round here. So I was just expecting that, you know, a lot of like collisions happened in front of me after I stalled in the start. So yeah, Was like, I stalled, I was dead last with the big gap, and then in like 2 laps I was already fighting for the lead. So everything can change like so quickly here.
So in really the second last lap, you got passed by RFI. Were you just trying to stay away from the fight of the championship, or you couldn't manage to keep the second position?
Yeah, for sure, I was not really going for it, you know, because now I'm not looking for P2 or P1 in the championship so far, you know, and just trying to keep the drivers who are behind me, you know. For sure, I would like to win, but, you know, it's difference, you know, always between fourth and third, between first and second, but between second and the third is not such a big difference, you know, you're anyways on the podium. So I understood that in that moment, I would not risk that much to fight Andre for P1, to fight Federico for P2, and I just wanted to keep it.
Good job and really smart play.
Well, so good job from Kutkov, as he has a solid third place today, and he is a really fast driver, so he deserves it, and we will see more from him. And let's hear from Federico Al-Rifai.
Federico Rifai again on the podium, second position for you. Still good fight for the championship.
Yeah, it was a tough fight. Yeah, it was an okay race, to be honest.
So are you going still to manage in the next races?
I'll give it everything I can. I'll definitely try push and be Andre, and that's it.
Okay, really good race.
So, yeah, and not so happy Federico Al-Rifai, but still focus on what's next for today's races. And let's hear from Petrovic, winner of today.
Andrei Petrovic, another good win for you, gaining points in the championship. How tough was managing this race with all the safety car, the heat, and all the situation changing?
Yeah, very difficult. The safety car restarts were pretty good, but at the end of the race, my pace was not there. I kind of burned the tires in the beginning trying to defend, and then the last 5 laps, I just had to defend to keep my place. But I'm happy to get the win.
So do you think you still have chances for the championship?
It's tight, you know. A lot of things need to happen for me to win the championship, but I will give my best in the last 2 races and hope for the best.
So congratulations for this race and enjoy the last 2.
Thank you very much.
So, we heard from the winner of today, race 1, as was the pole sitter as well for qualifying. So, let's see what happened during the first race of today. There was a lot of action with contact with Abdullah, and here we have Amda. For a moment she was able to go in second, but here we have contact, both the purple cars of the sisters out of the race for somebody else's mistakes, and the fight in between the 2 contenders from the very beginning of the race until the end. For a moment Rifai dropped down to 5th, but then there was this contact with the wall with the safety car. Good recovery from Rifai, and this is how the race basically was in the last laps of the race, with the checkered flag on Petrovic winning the race of today. So that was it for today, race 1, and we will see more action in today, race 2 and race 3 later on for this very long night here in the Jeddah Corniche circuit for the final round of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship, certified by FIA. That's all from Luca Filippi. Talk to you later.